Well, it was pretty easy. You observe on the floor and off the floor in the dressing room. In between periods, and the guys just gravitate. Like I said to the guys in there, like the coaches make the final decision on who's going to be the captain, but I think unequivocally all the players are basically he's our guy, he's our one voice, and I said before he learned after some great captains we had in the past, and he's bought his time, and he's learned a lot of great lessons, and he's passed those on. So now it's time for him to step up and be the captain. So we're more than proud as an organization to announce Jesse King as our captain. So pretty neat.
What are some of those qualities that made you think, yeah, like that's the guy?
You know what? His passion for the game. He just cares so much about the guy next to him, and we talk about being selfless and playing for the guy, not just beside the guy. And he does that. He's always the next guy first, and not me. And he's just been the guy that cares a lot about his teammates and about the organization. And he just goes out and competes. I said he plays in the summer, and there's not a lot of guys out there, but he's always playing. He just has that dedication to the game, and he just plays so hard, shift after shift, and just give everything he got. You see him back on defense all the time, and he could easily run off and just take that simple offensive job, but he runs back and does the dirty work. And anyone who wants it, he does leads by example, and that's a big thing for us. Is that well done is a lot better than well said, and he proves it.
How does the role of an NLL captain change when the team isn't together during the week? You really only see each other on the weekends.
I think he's on the group chats with the guys, and he holds court for the guys in the dressing room, and they're always in constant communication. It's just a life in the NLL. It's just more to social media, on the phones and stuff like that. That's how they get hold of each other. But when they're here, it's there's no question he's our guy, and everybody knows that. So he's the glue of the team. He holds everybody accountable in their fitness, and when he's one of the hardest working guys and the fittest guys in the team, it's easy to pick him as a captain, and guys will follow that lead.
I know Curtis wasn't a captain for long, but for you, does this truly mark the start of a new era?
Yeah, Dix and Dobes were great captains, and then you look at Jesse, but he's a young guy. It's got a lot of years left in his body, and a lot of years hopefully left in Calgary. So we were doing the one and dones there for a while. It's tough, but we all understand that it's a business. People move on, but to have Jesse, we're looking long term with him. I know the organization wants to put their stamp on him and show their commitment to Jesse. Years coming up, and so what's better way to start from a coaching staff and an organizational standpoint is to put the C on him, because that's where it deserves to be.
Yeah, Curtis still has the A, and now Eli's going to get the A as well.
Yeah, Eli Salama, watching him back in the day, we were talking at the airport today about, he came from Junior B and really never kind of got looked by a little bit in the last couple of years at Junior, but, he's become a premier defenseman in the National Lacrosse League, and it's not always the vocal guys in the dressing room, it's the guys that go on the turf and just compete. Like, he competes super hard, and he's so positive. I don't think I've ever seen him say a negative thing on the bench, and he's always there for his teammates, and he's mean, and he's physical, and he exemplifies a roughneck, and we really like that.
Did you have a message to Jesse about what you want to see with him with this added responsibility?
No, I think at this age, the men are the men, and they're professional. And I think the message was, you learned a lot of great lessons from captains previous in the organization. You had a lot of great mentors, and Jesse's the kind of guy that he sat back and he watched and he learned, and now it's his turn to step up. So just trust your instincts and trust what you do, because you're a captain for a reason. You deserve to be here. So we're happy.
And with Banning, he's been here obviously for so long. How big is that to have such a steadying force on the team for so many years here?
It's really big. For me, you say to the young guys, if you want to see someone off the floor and lead a good life and just be a good person off the floor, which translates to being a good player on the floor, and just the life lessons that he's learned through the NLL and how he keeps himself. He's always one of the top guys in fitness and one of the older guys on the team, if not the oldest guy on the team, but he's the fittest and the strongest guy. So that sends a pretty good message to our young guys. And we talk about building a culture and having a standard in Calgary. That's a pretty good culture, pretty good standard to follow a guy like Doc Manning. And we all know that he's not just racing around back home with the kids. He's an actual doctor. So that says a lot about commitment and dedication. Couldn't be a better guy to put the A on.